Welcome to MXF. I am your host, Katie, on the Mrs. X Finance channel, and today we will be discussing people raised in poor families tend to exhibit these 7 distinct behaviors later in life. Let's jump in. Number 1, they hold on to things for a just in case. How many of us have been there? Number 2, feeling guilty about spending money. That's always the case for me. Number 3, always worrying about the future. Number 4, they struggle to ask for help. Number 5, being overly generous. And there's nothing wrong, in my opinion, with being overly generous. Now, the thing where it can really affect people is if you're being over generous, especially with money that you don't have. So if you find yourself being over generous with finances and spending money on things or people that you really shouldn't be doing because you don't have the funds to be doing that, stop. Because you're just essentially digging yourself into a bigger hole. And if you're worried if maybe these people won't hang out with you or whatever the case may be because you're not spending that kind, and if you stop spending that money, you find that the friendship changes, chances are they probably shouldn't be in your life anyways. Number 6, feeling uncomfortable around wealth. And this, I think, is a really big one. A lot of times when you have grown up with nothing or have grown up poor, you do feel uncomfortable changing that environment from, everybody kind of in the same room being broke to going somewhere where it seems and feels a lot more wealthy. You can feel uncomfortable, but this is a normal feeling. Number 7, thinking survival instead of growth. So the article reads, when you grow up poor, your focus is on getting through the day, week, or month, which is completely true. The goal is survival, paying the bills, putting food on the table, making it paycheck to paycheck or to the next paycheck. There's rarely room to think about long-term goals, personal growth, or taking any forms of risk. The mindset just doesn't disappear when circumstances do improve, and this is big. This can feel very unnecessary or even risky when you were used to playing everything safe. So I find and have heard that sometimes the riskier you are, there is a bigger chance for reward, but you do need to kind of take a look at what the risk is that you're looking to take and weigh out the pros and cons of it. So not every risky move is one that should be taken. You really have to sit down, come up with a plan, and kind of come up with what scenarios you think are outcomes. So if you see the red flags for the risks, don't ignore them. So survival mode isn't meant to last forever. At some point, growth has to become a priority, and that one is big. So when you're sitting there and you're thinking about where you are, sit down and make a list, think about where you want to be. So sitting down, creating those goals as to what the future looks like, dream about it. Like, what is your dream life? Because realistically, whatever you want, you can have. You just have to work for it. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for listening to MXF. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow. Cheers to the next one.